YouTube family, welcome back to the channel. Take a look here. These are the perks that I run. These are the tacticals I use, the lethals, the field upgrades, and the wild cards. There goes my secondary. But today's video is not about the class setup. That's just extra. Today's video is the QBZ 4-3. Oh, sorry, 8-3. The QBZ 8-3 attachments. This is a gun I don't see much online. I see a lot of Kriegs, a lot of MAC-10s, and unfortunately a lot of DMRs when you play multiplayer in Black Ops Cold War. But the QBZ is here. Now you see, the way that I build my guns is simple. I just use them blank. As I'm using the gun blank and I'm leveling it up, I go piece by piece until the gun fits what I want to do. The QBZ is actually quite a very good weapon. It has impressed me so much I might bring it to Warzone. But as of right now, this video is for multiplayer, so here we go. Multiplayer class setup for the QBZ. No optic. I don't use an optic. I feel like the iron sight of this weapon is clean, fair, and actually pretty decent. So I use the iron sight. Muzzle, I use the infantry compensator. I like to control my recoil. I like to have my gun not jump as much. Yes, I sacrifice some horizontal recoil control, but I mean, I don't really left or right while I shoot. So I really just need to focus on the vertical thing. That I think the horizontal recoil control is for people who like to rush and strafe left and right and do all that stuff to get you blocked. But yeah, on to the next one. Oh, sorry. Barrel. 15.5 inch reinforced heavy. Now this gives me the effective damage range and the bullet velocity. I lose sprinting speed and aim walking speed, which I don't really care about because one, I don't sprint as much, and I mean I don't really walk and aim at the same time. I mean, this isn't a campaign. You kind of have a idea of where the enemies are, so you need to walk and aim. Next, the body is the Tiger Team Spotlight. Now this is just to reveal distance. You don't really need body attachments. I feel like you don't really need body attachments in modern Black Ops Cold War. I don't think you really need body attachments. I think these are just useless, but it gives you reveal distance, so the people who don't want to rock cold-blooded, I see you from a further distance than normal people. Underbarrel, none. Magazine, the Stanag 50 round drum gives you ammo capacity, max starting ammo capacity again, takes your reload quickness down and aim down sight speed. But since I'm not running and gunning, I can afford to have my aim down sight speed a little bit touched. You know what I'm saying? And then last but not least is the field tape handle, flinch resistance. It basically, as I'm getting shot at while I'm shooting you, my screen's not going to jump as much as your screen is jumping when I'm shooting you. Field tape upgrade. Now, let's get into the part that, well, sorry. I would say the part that you're all waiting for, but 9 times out of 10, if you're just clicking this to see the class setup, you ain't watching the rest of the video. For those of you who stay and watch the rest of the video, here's the gameplay. There's nothing better than playing on Crossroads Strike Domination. Domination is a mode that I have seen to, we have a love-hate relationship. One moment I like it when, my team is dominating. The other moment, I leave the match and I get off. You usually power off, A lot of my Call of Duty runs be at night. A lot of my Call of Duty runs are prior to me going to bed, kind of like the last runs of the day, you know. So it's really a love-hate thing, you see. And I lost my train of thought as I'm making this commentary, so I really don't know what to say here. So we're just gonna wing it. You see, wow, I've really lost my train of thought here, and it is just very disgusting. I'm supposed to be much more professional than this, but crossroad strikes, domination is an okay combination. But this QBZ made it the greatest combination. This QBZ right here is just one of the best weapons here. Sorry, I laughed because I just watched the screen here and he tried to stun me, and you can't stun Tactical Mass. Tactical Mass is actually very glitched. Now I thought it was glitched last year, but it's actually just beyond glitch this year. I mean, this Joker don't do nothing. Tactical Mass, you can get hit with any tactical in the game, and you just gonna stand there like Undertaker used to do back in the day, just walk through things, or like Jason do, or like all them serial killers do. They just walk through things untouched. Just, you can't do nothing. That's what Tactical Mass makes me feel like. But this QBZ is gonna be what I'm rocking with for a while, man. You know, I'm over trying to change guns and use different weapons to see which guns are good or not. If I can you talk? Thank you. If I come across a gun that works for me, like the QBZ does, I ain't changing. I know that Craig is out there, but see, my issue with things is that I don't like to use meta-based guns, because I know how I feel when I get killed by a meta-based gun. You know what I'm saying? The first thing that comes to my head is you garbage, trash. You know, because you're out there using a gun that the game has freaking overpowered and hasn't stopped. I want to kill you with something different, something you haven't seen before. But I can hear you now. If you don't play with the meta, then you ain't gonna ever be part of it, and you're not gonna be fun, and you're just gonna die. Why not use a gun that's overpowered? You're absolutely right. Yes, it would be easier for me to use the overpowered weapon. It would be. But I like to make things difficult on myself. I never do the easy way. I always do the difficult way, the hard way. With everything, not just gamings, with life in general. Why am I built like that, you ask? I don't know. If I was not commentating, there was a word that I would call that. But that word is so controversial in today's world that I can't say that. But just know, why make things easier on yourself? For me not to make things easier on myself is because I am just not that smart of a human being. You know, I'm not that smart of a human being. I like to... Sorry, I got a text message during the commentary. I like to, you know, make things difficult. I like, it's like you get some, it's like you just get an extra boost of satisfaction when you do things that's hard and then you complete it, then do something that's easy and complete it. It's just me. It's just me. It's just the way that I rock, man. You know, it's just the way that I rock. Do I like the girls that like me? No. Do you know who I do like? The girls that don't like me, girls that hate me, the girls that just can't stand the ground that I walk on. I'm all for them. When you got the girl out there that just loves me, everything about me. That's nice. Carry on. In the words of Kendrick Perkins. But yes. So here we are, using an off meta gun in a meta based game. How does it turn out? Well, you'll see in this game, I actually do pretty well with the gun, right? I do pretty well with the gun. This is gonna be the gun that I use in Warzone. Just have to find a Warzone setup. Now, I'm like you. I used to be like you, I should say. And by used to be, I mean, just last week, you know. I used to be the person who, well, I shouldn't say like you, because most people, as you know, smart folk, go to YouTube and type in their questions. Best loadout for Warzone, QBZ. Best Craig 6 loadout, Warzone. Best this, best that. You know, you go to YouTube to search those things up. Where do I go? Safari. I place that question into the Google search bar. You know what happens? I get answers from sites and places all over. You don't know what you're reading, where it came from, or how it developed, but you're gonna listen to them. But here I am to you. I am here today to just give you just a sneak peek of what goes on when I use the QBZ in multiplayer. This gun is built for people like me. But keep in mind, it's an off-meta weapon, which means you're gonna make your life much more difficult using this weapon than using the DMR that just for some reason has not been patched in multiplayer but patched in Warzone. I'm not gonna bring any of that negativity onto this commentary. Or you get Craig 6 or Mac 10 or AK-47. Those are the guns that bounce around out here. You very rarely get QBZ'd. Well, guess what? I'll be QBZing you while you're Craig 6ing me. And you know, it's just that satisfaction you get when you just, if you're in game chat and you kill somebody with a weapon that is not meta, the first thing you hear is, did he just kill me with the, ooh, I very well did. I sure did. Is that a QBZ-83 that you're using? Yes, it is. Yes, I know you and your 5 other teammates are using the Craig 6, the Mac 10 or the AK-47. And I'm just the one guy on my team that's using the QBZ, doing damage like this. When you drop almost a 60 bomb with a weapon, oh, right, making a video about it. You absolutely right. Now, I drop 60 bombs all the time. Remember what I was doing with the Stoner? The Stoner is beautiful. Beautiful. I haven't used it in a long time, but it's beautiful. But when I take that Stoner onto the Modern Warfare game, it ain't meant for me. You see, I have come to the realization and I have made the decision of myself that when I play Modern Warfare, Warzone, I'm going to use Modern Warfare weapons, because it just don't seem to me, it don't feel right to use Black Ops weapons in Modern Warfare. They just don't feel the same. They don't run the same. It's just something different. And that's okay. That's why I'm coming to you, giving you this QBZ loadout for you people out there who don't play Warzone and you prefer to stay on multiplayer and play Crossroads Strikes and Raid and Nuketown. And I think that's the only 3 maps I ever even play on, because the rest of this game's maps is we're not gonna get into that. This is not a rant. This is a class setup video. But yes, most of my videos, if you see me with a class setup video, you can almost rest assured that that game will be on Crossroads Strikes, Nuketown, or Raid. Because over the last week, I'm pretty sure those are the only maps I've seen. Now, you might see me on that 3v3 thing. That 3v3 thing is kind of all right. You know, that joint is Call of Duty in its heyday back then, when it's just straight, just running, gunning. No corner camping, no head glitching, just straight COD. But we in a different time now, and there's nothing I can do about it. But I hope that you are enjoying this commentary. Now, this commentary is all over the place. You see, I think a lot of it has to stem with, because I speak from my mind and my heart. I don't write it down. I don't really come up with a game plan like this. What I'm gonna talk about today. I do when I rant, you know, because that's very simple. But when I'm just giving you regular commentary play on you know, for a QBZ or a class setup, man, I just get on the mic and I start talking. I babble. I go on and on about things that don't really make sense. And well, really, I just talk till I get to the end of the video like I'm doing right now. But yeah, man, you know, QBZ 8.3 is the gun that I'm using for me, you know. So I suggest that you take out your QBZ and you use that thing too. And you know, drop 50 plus bombs every game, man. This is what I do with the QBZ. This how it gets down. Yeah, I don't have a suppressor. It's multiplayer, man. Going on the days when you can be all stealthy in multiplayer. Going on those days. Look at that. 58 and 25. 43 objectives. I mean, man. Now you can only imagine how my games went after this, because of skill-based matchmaking. But like I said, I countered that. So after I get into my skill-based matchmaking game, I block all 6 people. I'm happy again. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. And now we have reached the best part of the video. The ending. The outro. And I'm out, yo. Oh, did you just hear that?